It is now May here in Szpakowo, and with our fields planted, there is no field work left to do. But my friend who runs the cattle farm down the road is out of town for the month, and so we need to keep his cattle fed for him. The fun news? Well, we get to use his equipment to do it. We need to work some on our own cattle feed as well, and ours may not go as smooth. All this and more here in episode 10 of Farming in Szpakowo. Check out this link here for the full playlist to catch up on any episodes you may have missed. And with that, let's get to work. All right, so up here is the haul from our field back there, our grass field. And I said, yeah, we're filling our silo here to feed our cattle. We need, we need chaff in here from grass. And then, of course, we need hay to go with that to make TMR. So here is the take from our grass field back there. And I cut it exactly in half. Half of it I tedded, half of it I just windrowed. And we've got 8 hay bales and 16 grass bales. So I mean, I eyeballed it, but it looked pretty half and half. And they came out to exactly 8 and 16. So apparently by tedding, by drying the grass and baling it, you lose exactly half the mass, which I guess it makes sense. I mean, this grass is dry, so it's going to weigh a lot less. So now we know that precisely. However, there's one thing I want to see. So what we're going to do is I've got our silo emptied out up here. And yes, this month we're taking care of my friend Nick, his cattle farm down there. We're taking care of his cattle. But yeah, first we're hitting this up. So I want to throw this grass in our bunker silo. Got the chaff out of it. There's only a little bit in there. Or sorry, the silage. There was just a little bit in there. We got that out. I want to throw this grass in there. And so what I want to see is, so the grass came out, twice the mass of the hay off the field, right? But I'm curious. This grass is going to turn into silage, so I'm curious to see what happens to its mass once we turn it into silage, which we're going to do. Let's go ahead and park the Zader over here out of the way. Oh, yes, and so we will be going later to take care of my friend's cattle. Now, in exchange, he said we help him out while he's out of town feeding his cattle and whatnot, and he said he's got an old loader sitting around that will work on our new tractor here, so that's cool. So we take care of his cattle. He's going to hook us up with an old loader that he's got that'll work on this tractor. For now, we're still using this guy. Hey, this thing works great as a loader, but it'll be nice to have a loader on the new tractor. So what I want to see here is I want to see how much one of these grass bales turns into, because I am curious. So we know that it comes off the field twice as dense as the hay, right? So since I'm using both of these ingredients, to make the TMR, I want to know. There we go, and I kind of made a mess of my pile there. I want to see, we'll see, this might lose mass or something in the bunker silo. I don't know. Right now, it's 3,500. Really? 3,500? I could have sworn these were 4,500. 1 second, let me get this off the thing here. Let me get this off the forks. These are indeed 3,500. All right, well, these are 3,500. So let's get this in here. And what we'll do is I'm just going to cut the ties on the bale and, get it loose in the silo here. And we're going to see what its mass becomes. From 3,500, it's just because I think it might not be a 1-to-1 ratio. I'm not sure. Let's find out. So, all right. Because by cutting that string on the bale, it is now instantly chaff. So let's turn this on. I might need that to see the help window there. 34.92. No, it's pretty much 1-to-1. So I did the field half hay, half grass, because silage and hay are each 1/2 of the TMR recipe. But next time we do a field, we'll do it 2/3 hay, 1/3 grass. And that way we'll get an even silage to hay output. I figure, I'll just eyeball it, but hey, getting closer is better than not getting close at all, right? So now that we know that, let's see how much of this grass. I mean, I assume the silo will hold all this grass, so let's get it in there. Luckily, we've got some extra hay. That big pile, that big heap behind us there, that's hay. So luckily, we got some extra hay. However, our cattle don't need TMR right now or anything like that. Well, which is good because it's going to take a month or so for this to ferment in the silo here. And yeah, I know I picked these up kind of jacked up. We got quite a few to move, and yeah, they did kind of scatter on me down that hill there. So we're going to go take care of my friend's cattle Now, he's already got everything we need there to make feed. He's got. I'm going to have to use a slightly different, same recipe, but we're going to be using kind of different amounts. He has a bigger TMR mixer, so we're going to have to gauge when we get there how much of everything to use. He should have, let's hope so, all the ingredients. That was my understanding. We'll see when we get there. These bales are wanting to be difficult. There we go. And we're going to have to push some of that up. We're not really equipped here for moving large amounts of chaff and silage in the bunker, and that's true. We're really not equipped for that so much here at our farm. Meaning I don't have a... Well, we don't have a blade for it, no, but we've got a snowplow. Yeah. See, he's got proper silage tools at his farm. We've got a snowplow. You know? Let's find out. Yeah, let's find out. Let's hook that up to the Zador. No, it's over here. Let's see what they'll do. See, I kind of loaded all the grass into this rear part of the silo. That's just that's my bad on that part. So let's see. I want to see if we can push it forward, and I'll see what we can do here. Apparently, I assumed wrong. Yeah, it doesn't want to. No, it doesn't want to push it at all. All right, let's try this a little bit. No. Oh, I was like, surely a snowplow will push it. Nah. All right, yeah. Color me super surprised. Oh, that's stupid. I caught that weight with this blade. You know what? We really don't need that weight. There's a lot of stuff cluttering up our yard here that we just don't need. You know, we've gone through, we've gotten some new equipment here and there, and as we still have some remnants of old equipment. Like this weight, that was for that old Ursus that we recently sold. This right here, this bale transporter, we really don't need that since we have a bale trailer. But you know what? I'm going to keep the bale transporter for small bale jobs. Like baling contracts they're already up now this spring. Here we are in kind of late spring here in Szpakowo, and there's already baling contracts. Yeah, let's keep that bale transporter, but let's sell this guy here. All right, there. That was only about $938, but hey, that's 900 more bucks that we have, and that's one piece of clutter that we don't have. Right, so that was surprising, but well, we know that about the snowplow blade. We're gonna have to get us a proper silage blade, and it'll also help if what I'll do is I'll run these remaining bales to the front of the bunker silo and just drop them in from the front on the in the first place. And some of these kind of fell down in here. Well, I chose to park the bales. I chose to park the bales there. Honestly, didn't consider that when I went up to stab them that they would roll down that little hill into that ravine. But nothing we can't get with these forks here. So I'm going to drop these two bales in there. We're going to cut the strings on the bales we've got. So this will be 5 bales. And I don't know how much our silo here holds. But I think we're going to have room for all of this. I want to put these in here. You know what? Let's. I don't want them to get buried. So let's kind of snip these open as we go here. Bringing them in from the other side here, as I should have done in the first place. Ooh, you don't want to get hung up there. We're going to want to bring something heavy over this and compact this, of course. I do want to get this compacted and covered today so that, as early as possible, because it's going to take about a month for it to ferment in here. How much do we got in here? We've got 33,000 so far. That's pretty good. That's a little more than what we had before. The current batch, the batch of food that our cows are chewing on right now, was made from about 22,000 silage. Right now we've got 33, and we got quite a few more bales to grab still. So that back field of ours definitely put out a good amount. And next time we'll just want to do about 2/3 hay, 1/3 grass. Now it is supposed to rain today, just like pretty much all of the previous days. It's springs here definitely seem to be rainy. That does seem to be the theme. So yes, it's supposed to rain today. It's supposed to rain at noon, but it's only supposed to rain for like an hour or so. It's supposed to be just kind of a short little rain shower. So, oh, I got both of those. All right. So it's really not going to be in our way, I don't think. And I don't know if we'll still be at this when it rains. But if it does, we're not doing field work today. I don't think we're doing any field work this day in May. We're working on our... whoa, yeah, I kind of picked those up weird, and it's causing my tractor to... You know, we're working here to get food ready for our cattle. And then, of course, we're helping my my neighbor friend over there. So at least as far as I know right now, we shouldn't have any field work to do. I say that because, yeah... If it rains, it's not a big deal because we were not going to be out in the fields, I don't think. All right, let's go ahead and get these in there. I think there's just a few more bales to grab. All right, now these are the last 2 bales, and that will be all 16 bales of grass into the bunker silo. And that should be all the grass we've got. And yeah, it's definitely all fitting. It is all fitting. We'll want to get some other tool to compact it, though, because, yeah, our blade doesn't work now. So, you know, how did I compact it last time then? Well, last time we didn't have near as much. Last time there was a total of about 22,000 liters in here, and I was able to just run over it with the tractor. There's quite a bit more in here now, piled up quite a bit higher. Let's see exactly how much we've got here. 50,000. So we got a little more than twice what we had. I'm afraid I'll get our tractor hung up on this driving in here, and knowing that our blade, oddly, won't help smooth out that crest. Obviously, I don't want to drive our tractor through that. So, well, we're going to go help my friend down there at the cattle farm, because for now, yeah, so for now, this needs to be compacted and then covered. So we'll do that once we'll probably use his tractor. Once we're done with his tractor, we'll probably bring it down here and just compress ours real quick, wrap it, and take his tractor back. So I think we're good to get down to his farm. I think we're going to want to take a tractor with a little more horsepower. I'll show you why in a minute. So we're going to be mixing feed for his cattle and, well, feeding his cattle, like I said, you know. And I think, let me think a second. We need to take over... Well, we need a tractor to run his mixer, is why I said I'd prefer more horsepower. But we need to pick up something for him from the store, and we're going to need forks for that. Or are we? Let me think. No, we're going to get creative with this. We're taking this guy because we want more horsepower to run his mixer. His mixer's a lot bigger than ours. Here's what we're going to do. We are actually going to pick up this useless tool, and I have a use for it. Things like this could come in handy when it's time to get creative. You see, we need to run something to him that's down at the store. And this tractor doesn't have a loader. Not yet, you know. He's going to pay us with one for helping him out here. But, well, you see, there's a forklift at the store. And what we can do is, yeah, we can use this. So, you'll see. We've got to mix up 2 batches of TMR. He's got 2 cattle barns. We need to mix up 2 batches of TMR. He should have everything at his house that we need, except we got to run to the store real quick, and we got to pick up some mineral feed to mix in with the TMR, because that I don't think he's got. All right, here we are at the store, and yes, we've got a pallet of mineral feed waiting for us. So what we'll do is we'll just load it on this bale transporter here. See, I kept this thing because, hey, you never know when something like that might come in handy. And today, it comes in handy. So let's just get this loaded in there. And we want to pick it up from this side. There we go. Should be able to strap this into that transporter. I don't see why not. Now, like I said, our recipe, as far as I know, is basically staying the same, but his mixer is a different size than ours. His bucket is a different size than ours. I think his bales are different sizes than ours. To be honest, I think everything's different. So, but from what I figure, it should take, that 1 pallet of mineral feed right there should make 2 batches. We're going to see. But yeah, everything at his farm is a different size than we've got. Whoa, let's get this back up here so it doesn't roll away. All right. Oh, let's put a strap down on that. There we go. All right. So let's get back to his farm. Well, at least started that way. Probably something to show you at the grass field. I'm not sure. All right. Yeah, here's our grass field here. And as you can see, yep, this month. Yeah, that was just actually... No, this was last month. That's right. Yeah, no, I did this last month. Yeah, because you could tell it's already started to grow back here. Yeah, if you'll recall last video, which was, of course, in April, last episode, I said that I had to get that done in April because, yeah, so that way in May it's already starting to grow back. So, yeah, the last day of April was spent mowing all of this, and that's where those, 24 bales that you saw, that's where they came from, is right here. That's a pretty good size area, our little grass field back here. Now, something I want to show you guys. One thing I've been on the lookout for here is collectibles. And in fact, that's why there's a little more money than there was last time. Some of the collectibles around here. Now, this map, they're different. I wasn't finding any. In fact, the entire time, up through episode 9, I had found a total of 3. So there was still 97 on this map that I hadn't found. And I was thinking to myself, wow, I put over 50 hours in this map. I've only found 3. What is going on? If you notice, I have my help window closed. Well, when I opened it up, I found that the collectibles here are not like other ones. This one's pretty obvious right here. I left this one here so you would see it. I just actually saw this earlier today, now that I know what to look for. Some of them look like this, but you see, I didn't see them with the help window closed, which I do for immersion, like so. Some of them look like little wooden animals. Some of them look like piles of dirt. Some look like other things. And not knowing what to look for, I missed... Yeah, a lot of them. Some of them pay literally $10 a piece. Some pay $10,000 a piece. So there is that. These tokens here should pay for more. Yeah, and that was a $10,000 token. So that's why we had about 40 grand more than we did last time, is I found some of these. I took some time and found some of these. So if you're playing on Szpakowo, make sure to look for many, many different things. I won't spoil it for you, but they look like all kinds of things, and some only pay a few dollars. So anyway, that is the end of this public service announcement. Back to farming as usual. All right, so mineral feed goes to the cattle farm. My friend Nick is on vacation this month. So, yep, we're going to feed his cattle for him, and that's 1 load of mix for each cow barn. Everything we need to make it should be up here. We've got our tractor to run the mixer. I mean, unless we want to hook up the Case IH, that seems, yeah, it's a little big. So something the size of this tractor here, it would be perfect to hook up to it. All right, we got him the mineral feed. Let's, you know what? I see no reason why we can't just leave it on this bale loader right here, actually. So let's park it, like, right here. Someplace we can easily drive up and fill off of it, if you see what I'm saying there. That'll be nice and easy. Yeah, we're going to use our tractor to drive the PTO on the mixer. There we go. And his tractor is obviously the superior loader. Yeah, I've been down here already. As you can see, I've got our truck parked here. I wanted to kind of get the lay of the land and see what we were doing. So there's some of his cattle there, and they are waiting for food. Well, they'll get it today. All right, so let's see. His bales are... See, I thought so. His bales are 4,500. All right. So that gives me an idea for the mix ratio that we're going to be doing. So first, let's get out his mixer. You see, he's got 2 bunker silos here, and it's already compacted, obviously, and fermented. It's already ready to go. You know, back here. Yeah, I think back here is the spot to... Yeah, this is the place to mix it back here. Look at all the room we've got to move that loader around. See, he's got one of these. This is what we need right here to compact our silo. We need one of these guys. We might just borrow his. All right. Well, as long as we've got the mixer attached to the tractor, as long as we're driving the tractor, I should say, as long as I'm driving the tractor, let's go over here. Let's go ahead and get the mineral feed in here. Now, here's what I figure for this. This holds roughly, let's just do round numbers, right? For our recipe, let's do round numbers. This holds 4 times what ours holds. We put 100 liters of mineral feed in a batch of ours. See, I know our recipe. We put 100 liters of mineral feed in ours. This holds 4 times as much. So, yeah, this holds 4 times as much. This pellet is 1,000 liters. So let's just, and we got to make 2 batches. So let's just use half the pallet on this. So we're going to put 500 liters in here, and that should work just fine. There is room for flex in this recipe, of course, so our goal is to put half of that pallet in here. Oh, there's already some silage in here. Okay, well, that's, yeah, noted. There's already some silage in here. So we want to take this up to, well, that's going to make this a little more complicated. We want to take this up to, what, 23.25? Yeah, 23.25 is what we're looking for here. Well, it takes it off the pallet nice and slow. Gives you time to kind of see what you're working with here. We just want half that pallet. That's close enough right there. 23.17. So that's half that pallet should be of mineral feed. Of course, that pellet was a little more than 1,000, I think. How much does that leave us with here? It leaves us with, actually, yeah, we can take a little bit more. That should be good there. Does that leave us with half a pallet? Yep, pretty much. Oh, I was looking at mass, not mineral feed. Close enough. We're good. I was looking at the mass, not the mineral feed liters. I was looking at the wrong number, but close enough. So let's drive this back around back. Now, when I said this holds 4 times more than ours, there's actually some flex in that. See, I put a little more mineral feed than I meant to, kind of. Well, the thing is, this actually holds about almost 5 times more than ours does. I left us some cushion there, so we can put a little more mix in, and if we have to, we can cheat, pull up the HUD, and see exactly how much is in here, right? So, let's get the Fendt. He left that out for us, and we'll be using this guy, and we're not using this puny bale fork. No, we're not. Or, well, it's a manure fork. We won't be using this puny manure fork. Well, we will for the bales, to be fair. So let's get back here. We'll drop it back here. We're going to be using a bucket for the silage, so we can move roughly 2 buckets per one bale. We should be able to move about 2 buckets of silage per 1 bale. I've kind of done some of this math ahead of time to make it easier on both of us. Well, I already dropped that off, so let's go ahead and get the bucket. Now, we've already got about 1 bucket in there. No, not quite. Yeah, some of it's going to be a little off. I didn't account on there being 1,800 liters already in there. So to make up for that, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put like a small bucket in there. So let's try to get just like, I would like to get this somewhat exact. So let's just get like 700 liters in here. Come on, 700 liters. Okay, a little more. Close enough. All right, so we'll call this 1 full bucket because there was already 1,800 liters in there. Ooh, this loader works a little different from ours. We got bigger, badder tools here to play with, so let's enjoy it while we can. All right, so that's 1 bucket. Now it's going to be 2 of these buckets to 1 bale, more or less, and so we're going to want to put 4 bucket loads of silage in there. And there we just got a bucket of chaff because some of it wasn't covered. Here, I don't have time to mess with this. Let's just pour that chaff on the ground there. Yeah, I see there's some chaff hanging out on the ground outside because it didn't get covered. Now that is a full bunker silo. There's a lot in here. Well, it's not full, but I mean, there's a lot in this silo. Oh, we got us a heavy-duty loader too. Whoa. Still, we could use some more weight on the back. I'm wondering if we should swap out this blade for that that silage compactor over there. That might weigh more. It might be good to have that on the back of this. This is a heavy-duty loader. All right, so that's 2 buckets. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I left our Zador there. I left it running for a reason. I left it running to run the PTO of this thing, obviously, which we'll need to mix it. But the reason I left it running, here I'll look up here. When we, because I left the Zador running, every time we dump a bucket in here, see how the blades, they turn on a little bit? That'll keep it mixing as we go. So that's why I left the other tractor running. So that's how I do this. I have a second tractor hooked up to it, running the PTO shaft so that, yeah, it mixes as we go, because we're putting, 4 buckets of this straight in there, and then we're going to put the 2 bales of hay, and this way it's kind of mixing it a little as it goes. It'll work. And this should be number 4. It seems silly to have lost count after only 4 buckets, but when you're talking and doing a lot of other things, be surprised how easy it can be to lose count on 1 to 4. But we should have about 10,000 liters. Yeah. All right, 10,734. That's pretty much right on the money. 4 buckets of this and about 500 liters of silage, plus, a little margin of error there. So 2 bales of hay will pretty much do it, and we'll check the mix. This is my first time doing, this particular recipe, as I said. This is just guesstimation, so we will check the mix. I've not tried this here on this farm with this mixer, but past experience has shown me it should take this bale off the forks if we get it close enough. Hang on. I don't want to accidentally drop it down in there. There we go. If we gingerly apply it, yes, it will take it off the forks. Okay, good, good, good. See, I didn't want to drop it down in there, lose it and it not take it, but it will take it for sure like this. So that's how we're going to do it. There's 1 bale. Now this should give us about, probably right on the money, probably bang on like 20,000 liters. There we go. A little tricky. There we go. And probably, yeah, again, because I left the tractor running, it's turning these blades. That's why you want to leave it running, because otherwise I don't think it would do it this way. I don't think it would take it off the forks like that. I'm 99% sure the blades won't turn without being powered. All right, so let's check out what we got here, and let's turn it on, get some proper mixing going on. All right, so, yeah, pretty close to 20,000 liters. Let's check our mix. And look at that. We are all in the green. Oh, but you know what we forgot is straw. Of course. See, I'm glad I pulled that up. That is why, let's turn this off. That is exactly why, yeah, we got some straw here. Now, that's why I was leaving extra room in there. That is excellent. These bales are big. We're going to want, what, half of one of these bales, methinks. Now, these, because we only want half, we're going to want to... man, this is a lot of work. I'm glad, yeah, he's paying us for this. It's very important with these that we keep these attached to the bale fork on the front of this, because we're going to only let about half of it get ripped off the bale. We're going to want to pull the forks back out of it before it chews through the whole bale, because I think half of this will do us what we want. And, whoops, also, that'll pretty much fill the mixer too. So it looks like this formula might just work well. There we go. Let's get this in there. Yeah, we're just going to let it take like half the bale, which again should pretty much fill the mixer. So we want to be ready to pull this up when it gets halfway through the bale. Which is... it's not taking anymore. Well, it could be full. Either way, that's close enough. That's pretty darned close. Let's park this down here. And let's see what we've got. It's full. Excellent. And how are we here? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Our recipe works. So when I give you guys our recipe, yeah, it works. No unimmersive help window needed. So let's get this feed into the cattle. This is 1 load done. Excellent. This is, it feels good to do stuff, help out a friend, get some stuff done, get the cattle fed. Yeah, this thing is, yeah, it's putting a toll on our engine. I told you we wanted, yeah, you see now why I wanted to bring the Zator? Yeah, we needed some horsepower for this. All right, cattle, your food has arrived. Your food has arrived. Where's it outputting it to? Oh, there we go. Eat up, cows. There we go. Sorry about the camera angles here. It's a bit tight quarters in the cattle barn here. Kind of tight quarters. Woof. Okay. It's getting claustrophobic in there. Let's. Did I turn the? Yeah, I turned it off. It's just. Well, it is heavy. That mixer weighs about as much as this tractor does. Yeah, it's heavy. Oh, it was hard to pull it with it full. That was downright hard to pull. All right, so we've got... They are good. They're totally good. And look, they're putting out slurry. They're putting out milk. All kinds of fun stuff. Just like good cows should. And we might want to run that milk to the... We could drop that to the sell point for them. All right. Hey, I am hungry for more income on our farm. You can see that... yeah, we made some money, and we're only at the start. We're at the very beginning of summer. I plan on doing a lot of baling contracts this summer and getting as much money as we can, because this year I want to get some more good equipment, some new equipment. Like this new tractor, it was really fun. I love buying this new tractor. I don't know if you recall, but when we were at the store, and there was another particular tractor there I kind of had my eyes on, and the that Kloss TerraTrack. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of been a secret goal of mine. Maybe we could save up and get one of those. Or I got to be honest, I'm kind of jealous of this Fendt tractor here. But yeah, but this summer, I intend on taking another trip to the city and seeing if we could upgrade our farm yet again. All right, so let's go ahead and just no, let's put this last, because you see there's a little more straw in there than we need. So let's put this last again. Let's just drop this bale here. Let's put this last. There's a little more straw than we need, and you see that last batch, that took it to full. So, you know, I'd rather not have enough room for straw than not have enough room for something else, is what I'm thinking here. Because straw is not a required component of TMR. In fact, the only required components of TMR is silage and hay. And that's literally it. You don't need straw, and you don't need mineral feed, but this will help. I bought this mineral feed, actually. This was not part of the instructions that he left us. I bought the mineral feed because I want to feed his cattle. I like to do a good job. I take pride in my work. So we're going to throw the rest of that mineral feed in here. We're going to fill it up with 2 bales of hay, 2 buckets of silage, and then the rest straw, because there's not too much straw there. All right, and there we got just about, yeah, pretty close to half a pallet of mineral feed. It would be right on half a pallet if I looked at the correct mass last time, but close enough. All right, here's 1 bale, and I think we're safe just to drop it. Let's see if we are. Let's make sure we're safe just to drop it in there. I hope so, because it'd be a real pain to fish that out. Yeah, it looks like it. Yep, okay. So if we are sure we can commit to an entire bale, yes, we can drop an entire bale in there. And yeah, we have got everything else measured out, so we are good to drop everything in there. Whoops, I think I kind of wrecked his stack a little bit. Yeah, I did. There's really no way to fix that either. Yeah, when you get in a hurry with a loader, that's what can happen. Trying to work all the controls at once. All right, and there we go. And there's the last of the hay. I guess we drop off the manure fork now. See how we just tossed that straw bale in there, but we're going to have to drop this off and pick it back up because, again, you know, I'd rather... There we go. I'd rather not have enough room for all the straw than not have enough room for the silage, because the silage is a required ingredient to TMR. All right, here we've got 1 bucket. And there's... That should be... Actually, wait. We need 4 of those. Yeah, we need 4 buckets. I was thinking 1, 2, 1, 2, because that's how... Yeah, it's the recipe we use on our farm. But then... These loads are pretty heavy. I found it is best to keep the bucket low when you're moving around. The first couple loads, yeah, if you recall, the tractor was swaying quite a bit. So on these subsequent last loads, yeah, I've been keeping the bucket low, which always is a good strategy. I've been getting the feel for his equipment, and that's kind of, yeah. So let's get this last bucket in there. There we go. So let's have a look at the mix here. Oh, straw. That's right, of course, straw. I don't like that pesky help window up there, but sometimes doing stuff like this, it's totally acceptable. It gives us some parameters, some things we might otherwise really have seen. So, yeah, we're going to want to throw straw in there. Where was this bucket? Oh, yeah, you know what? This bucket was over here. We'll just put everything back where we found it. And that straw bale is kind of in our way, isn't it? There we go. We'll leave the bucket right there. Let's take this. This bale of straw should be a final ingredient. And hopefully it takes the whole thing. We're going to hang on to it with the... sorry, I got to cycle to the right. There we go. We're going to hang on to it with the forks just in case it doesn't take it all. But I think it might. Let's find out here. Well, this holds 2,400. How much is in it now? Yeah, there might actually be, according to my quick, super fast ghetto math, could have like 100 or something liters left on this, but I could be wrong. I was really just guesstimating that. Let's see here. Whoops, let's definitely keep it on the bale spike. I don't want to lose it in there. Yeah, my ghetto math was right. 193 liters. Yeah, see, the mixer is full. How do we drop this in there? We would have, yeah, this bale hanging out in there, but only 100 liters of straw. So we got some straw scraps here, and we'll just leave this here. I don't know what else we can do with it. Yeah, sure. Actually, yeah, I do. Oh, I'm being silly. I know what we can do with it. Whoa, let's get this down. Always lower your center of gravity before making a turn in reverse. Let's just bring this in here. The cattle can use it for bedding. Heck. Yeah. Now, the question is, will this tractor fit in here? I'm willing to risk it. It's not my equipment. Just kidding. It'll fit. Let's just put this in there. The cattle can use this for bedding. There we go. Waste not, want not. All right, and that's these cattle here taken care of. Let's go ahead and park this. I think we're pretty much done with this for now. I can come back later and kind of pick up what equipment I've left out. Don't want to waste y'all's time on that. Let's get this to the other cattle barn, and that is the cattle fed, and that means, well, he said he had an old loader laying around that would work for this tractor, and that's something we need. I am kind of looking to replace our Ursus tractor. Look, it's been a really good tractor, but if this tractor here had a loader on it, we could part with that smaller Ursus, and with an open tractor spot, you know, assuming we get some more money, could get another tractor because we'll have this one to load with. This will make a better loader anyway. It's bigger, it's heavier. Now, speaking of size, we're going to want to take this from the other angle, I think, unless we can get totally straight here. Let's see if we can get totally straight, because I don't think this tractor is going to fit in there at anything other than a straight angle. So we're going to want to straighten out as good as we can here. And I totally had the opportunity there too and jacked it up. Man, this thing is heavy. This thing's got, well, it looks like about 15 tons. This trailer in total looks like about 15 tons. All right, this should give us a straight run at this. And to avoid any kind of seizure-inducing camera, we're going to be going first person because, yeah, otherwise. So let's just hope. Hold your breath, guys. Think skinny thoughts. Oh, think skinny thoughts. Ooh, that's some. That's like no clearance. Oh wow. Hello, cattle. Hello, cattle. All right, yeah, that is a tight fit. All right, we got happy cows down here at the dairy farm. All right, let's shut this down. I'm going to hop out here. We could back out of that, but come on, seriously, would you want to? Look at that. We got about a foot on each side. No, we're going to pull through. We're going to pull through. There we go. Get that open. All right, let's pull through. Let's just keep the wheels straight, more or less. Whew, that's a tight fit. Yeah. All right. That was a good day's work. Got the cattle fed. We got our silage. Our silage needs to be compacted. That is right. Let's put some of his stuff away. Now, rest assured, so he's just gone this month. But he's gone this month. Rest assured, I'll come back here and get his equipment squared away where it needs to be. Let's drop this off, and let's see if I can find where he parked that loader that he said we could have. Because that's something, if you recall, when we bought this tractor, I said, you know, I got a loader console mounted on it with hopes that I'd get a loader for it. But I haven't wanted to spend the money for a loader because, well, we've got a loader. Well, now this one will, and that means we can sell the Ursus. But it's good to have two tractors. You know, we might need, yeah, but when the time comes, we can sell that red Ursus that we've got. Now, the question is, where is it? Oh, well, that's probably it right there. How about that? All right. Yeah, that looks nice. Well, get it cleaned up. That'll be good. That'll fit right in our tractor. Look at this. Let's just get in there and grab that loader. That is awesome. I like working in trade almost better than I like getting paid for contracts. All right. Now we've got us a pretty capable loader. Now see if we can get this back out of here the easy way. Yep. Straight out. Well, this is a pretty cool tractor garage he's got here at his farm. Well, his farm's a lot bigger than ours. We need something like this. Well, we need room for that. We've got our grass field. I did think we could use our grass field for vehicle parking, which we've started to do. You know, we put that covered vehicle area there. We could do a little more development on it. And rest assured, yeah, I think we will in the future. All right, now this is good to go. But, yeah, I want to compact our silo. First, let's get our tools gathered up. Let's grab our bale transporter. Don't forget to take this back to our farm. What we're going to do is I'm going to park this here. I'm going to park this here, and we're going to take his Fendt back to our farm just to compact our silo, and then I'll bring it back. Let's get this set up for silo compaction because, well, yeah, you saw how high ours was piled. Yeah, we want a proper compactor. So let's just drop this off over here. This front loader, we don't need the front loader. There we go. We're going to put the blade on the front and the compactor on the back. All right, there we go. Ready to roll down the road to our farm. Ready to compact the hell out of our silo. This should make pretty quick work of it. If you've ever used one of these silo compactors like I have attached to the rear here, they make really, really quick work of it. The blade will help us keep it leveled off so that it's not piled up too high and we can drive over it. And then, yeah, the compactor in the back should ensure we only have to make a couple of passes through our silo. Oh, it looks like he's got some corn growing here. I think that's what that is. Very cool. Maybe we can help him harvest that later this year. So let's get back to our farm. All right, and here we can see, just make a little pit stop here real quick. Here's the field. Here's the oat field we planted last month. It's going good. We didn't roll it. Yeah, you know, I neglected to roll it. I always do that. And we have a roller too. Yeah, I'm just now seeing I neglected to roll it after I seeded it. Well, it's okay. It's a small, just a couple % more yield. It's not a big deal. These should be ready to harvest around the same time, within maybe a month. But rest assured, this fall, we're going to harvest our wheat and our oats, and then we'll join these fields, and it'll be one proper field. Later this year, we'll plant all of this, the same crop, whatever it is. But be it wheat, barley, or oats, it'll all be planted as the same crop. All right, now what we want to do is we kind of want to watch the height on our blade. I think it should be good like this. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to lower this. Why didn't it lower? That's a good point. The compactor is not lowering. Yeah, I got it turned on, but it's not going to do any good way up there. What do you think happened there? Here, let's drop this off. Here, let's try swapping this. All right, there it's working. Yeah, it won't work on the rear. I don't know why, because it should. I guarantee you 100% it should, but it's not. So we're going to hook this up in reverse configuration, and we're going to go through the silo in reverse. I mean, there's nothing that says we can't run this on the front, but I prefer to go through with the blade first and then the compactor is how I prefer to do it. And tractors are drivable in reverse, so in fact, does this tractor have reverse drive? Nah, it doesn't. Hey, that's always something to check, right? So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to lower that down. Yeah, see, it works on the front. I guarantee you it should work on the back as well. We're going to turn this on. And, all right, we want to get that blade down a little bit. Ooh, this is pretty sketchy. That blade is not working like I wanted it to. And there's quite a bit of silage in here. Well, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Yeah, you know, not everything goes as planned. You know this is not scripted. All right. The blade is not wanting to do a whole heck of a lot. Hang on. The blade's not working either. Something's up with this tractor because the blade won't lower either. Yeah, so darndest thing I've ever seen, something's up with this tractor because the rear attachment will not raise or lower. We're going to pull this help window up just so we can see our compaction. Oh yeah, look at that. We're already at 87%. Yeah, this compactor makes quick work of this. It's not going to be the best looking silo, but rest assured, it's compacted. Let's get out of here. Yeah, something's wrong, and I couldn't tell you what because, hang on, let's get this up. There we go. I couldn't tell you what because this tractor, I guarantee, this tractor is not a mod, by the way. This tractor is not a mod. This is an in-game Fendt 724 Vario. So it's not like a mod problem or anything because this tractor, this silo compactor, and this silage blade, this is all in-game stuff, not mods. So I don't know why it broke and decided not to work. Yeah, it's the damnedest thing, ain't it? I would have... Yeah, it beats the hell out of me. So let's get this covered. All right. So in about a month or so, we'll have, you know, nice fermented silage for our cattle. We've got, oh yeah, we've got extra grass here. In fact, we are a little short on the hay because of the miscalculated ratio. Well, I didn't know. Now I know. There's nothing that says we can't. No, this is possible. We could cut these bales open. We could find a nice open prairie, cut these bales open, ted it, and then rebale this as hay. If you never thought of that, that should work. I know zero reason why that wouldn't work. You know, we could always cut these bales open on a big open patch of grass, flip it over, ted it, windrow it, and bale it back up as hay. So if we need extra hay, we've got all the extra grass there that can be turned into hay. Well, guys, I'm going to get this tractor back to my friend's farm. And you know one thing, oh, I got to say this annoys me. You know, whenever you're borrowing your friend's equipment and something breaks, now it looks like it's my fault. Yeah, when he gets back into town, I'm going to have to tell him, yeah, the rear lifter on your Fendt doesn't work. I swear it wasn't me. Oh, I know, it's such a difficult position to be in, isn't it? Maybe I can get it sorted out. But for now, I'm going to run this back to my friend's farm. Boy, you know, there's a lot I want to get done in May, but really this was what I wanted to get done here because we don't have any field work to do. Our fields are all planted and good. The rest of this month, we're going to be doing baling contracts to make some money. So expect when I see you guys next time in June, if I don't see you sooner, we will have some more money because I'm going to spend the rest of this month doing baling contracts. And now that they're available, we're going to put some more time and get some money ready for harvest season later on this year. For now, thanks so much for following along. For right now, though, we've got a lot done. We've got our cattle fed on both farms, and well, I'll have to sort this problem with the Fendt out in my own time. And yeah, it sucks that it broke on my watch, isn't it? Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. There's a link to the entire playlist if you want to catch up on any episodes down below. And of course, there's other series, other farming simulator series here on the channel. Appreciate your subscription and following along and tell me what you think below in the comments. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you guys next time.